Welcome back to Factorio. All right, there's a lot of very interesting stuff coming soon, and I am not sure how fast I'll be able to get to all of it, but we're gonna give it a shot. I've learned a few things. It's been a few days since I've played, and I've learned how to manage the train interrupts, which is one of the things we're going to do real quick. But I'm just going to set some defenses up here before I get started, because we're going to need a little protection. I don't want biters coming and eating my solars while I'm away. So let's just get some turrets up. Great. Put a little bit down the side here as well. Cool. All right. So trains, a few things. So this is going to the waiting yard, and we're going to actually remove the load and unload stops. I assume since it just came from the north that it's full of iron, which means that we need to add an interrupt in that condition and then go to unload the go to the unload. Right, so let's call it iron ore full. Add interrupt condition full cargo. I wonder if I can read the cargo type. Like what does has cargo mean? Has cargo like any kind of cargo? That's not very useful to me. Well, full cargo is a good place to start, so we'll do that. Targets. So when the cargo is full, we will go to iron ore unload. And then there'll be a wait condition, and it will wait there until until empty cargo. Yeah, that's cool. And then we'll add another one that says when it's when iron ore, well, when iron ore is empty, then empty cargo, and then we're going to go to iron ore load, and we're going to wait at iron ore load until it's full. Save interrupt. I think that's all I need to do. It doesn't even have any permanent stops on its schedule. At the moment, it's got no place to go. It's sitting there because it's got no place to go. And I don't think there's anything for it to do right now. And I'm just going to go verify that. It's a bit strange that one of the two belts on both, or one of the two lanes on both these belts is backed up, and one is really not backed up. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but it's only, or presumably if it needed iron faster, it would use both lanes. So it must not be using, we must not be using all that much iron ore at the moment. So we've got 13,000 in the boxes, which is why it's not calling a train. And by calling a train, I mean enabling the train limit to 1 for this train stop. So yeah, I do think it's working. Now, the next thing I really want to do is I want to manage my train blueprints a little bit. I have some ideas here. I've been thinking about how I'm doing this, and I think I can actually simplify it even more. So We have L-turns, T-junctions, four-ways, U-turns, diagonals, straights, long straights, and then we have a series of roundabouts where it goes to L, T, four-way, and that's it. But I have a better idea. First of all, I'm going to put a blueprint book in called Roundabout Combos, and then we'll give it that round symbol, that circle. And what we'll do is we'll put specialty roundabouts here. So we'll put the U-turn in, and the L, and the T, four-way, and that's it. Now I want to bring in two new blueprints that I made that simplify it a bit. The first one is called Diagonal Junction, and that's this one, and that's just, it's just that. It's a diagonal roundabout junction. And the next one is orthogonal. I don't even know if that's how I pronounce it. Orthogonal junction. And that's the opposite of diagonal, which is to say that it's straight in the sense of right angles to your perspective. So these two should be all you need. And I'm going to test that theory. Let's move some of these around. All right, so I've got a book called Legacy Combos, which is the old style. It's just the old L, the old T, the old four-way, the old diagonal 1 and 2. And those should still function. And then there's the roundabout combos, which is the U-turn, the L, the T, the four-way, that are roundabout style. And then at that point, I'll put some specialty ones in here because I do think those are important. Now, all we really need is we have straights, diagonals, long straight. The diagonals, like, well, it's 5 power poles, but there isn't any real way to shorten that up and make it tileable. There's the short straight, the long straight, and the diagonal. Those are for all the straight tracks. And then there's the orthogonal junction and the diagonal junction. And that's really all we need. That's all we need. And with the combination of overlaying these blueprints on top of themselves, you can make any combination of the others that you want, which is, I haven't tested this out to see how well it works in practice, but I think it will. I think it will. And essentially what I did was to make this, I just took the L and I deleted one of the legs. And then to make this, I took the diagonal one and I merged it with the roundabout and just kind of mimicked the same train signal behavior. And so hopefully it works. Untested, but we'll see. Yeah, so one of the things we need to do pretty quick is we need to get copper, because copper is going to become real scarce real soon. Let's take a look at our situation with our old mining patches. You know, I'm tempted to just leave these here because I'm going to be getting bots soon anyways. And, you know, oh, wow. Yeah, look at how few copper we have left. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Let's check copper production for the last... so you can see for the last 2.5 hours, copper ore production has gone from almost 600 a minute down to the current of about 230 a minute, which is pretty much where we're at now. And these numbers here are not a decline in demand, but a decline in capacity. So we really are running out of copper quickly. And need to do something about that. First thing, to really address this, I need to get a mine set up. I've got 108 miners. I got to grab power poles. Plenty of power poles. And then I have to grab probably a lot more tracks. And that should do it. Now, unfortunately, the situation with the cliffs is going to get in the way of a lot of my blueprints for rails. And I'm not sure what to do about that, because I did not intend to play with cliffs, but I'm stuck with them. And so I might just have to fudge it a little bit just for that sake. But yeah, that's what we've got. Now, we have a whole lot of copper up here. Really, really do. And I'm kind of wondering, what should I do? What should I do? How should I handle it? How should I handle it? See, we've got a cliff in the way here, so that makes it difficult to put a rail tap here, see? Because otherwise, yeah. And this is, the rail tap is for one train only. That's just how it's made. So I don't know. I mean, I can belt the copper to a better spot. Like I could put a rail tap down here maybe. Let's try that. I think that might be the best. Okay, so to put a rail tap down, we'll get rid of the signals. And then we'll just go to the blueprint and we'll grab the rail tap and stick it right there. And then let's just see what we've got room for the J. We obviously don't have room for the J in that direction because of the water, and you know, we don't actually have room in that one either. This is not good. I need to find a place where I can load the train. Right, here, let's delete the this ghost here, and then we'll put the rail tap in a little bit further to the edge. I don't actually have one that would tap into the diagonal, unfortunately, so it's just the way it is. Do I have landfill? I have landfill researched. I just don't have any built. Because it wouldn't take a lot of landfill, honestly, to fix. Here, let's go. Let's go grab some stone. Oh, oh my gosh, it takes so much. Man, it takes 50 stone to make one landfill. Isn't that crazy? That should do it. Let's just hope it's enough. I've made 26. Yes, so the trick is finding a place to load this copper up, right? So let's search for that. I think that would do it. I think so. I think that might do it. All right, let's give it a shot. Oh, there's 3 missing. Oh, and I just have 3. That's crazy. All right, so there's the J, and now I just connect it like that, and hopefully, if I've measured this correctly, we'll have just enough to hook up a train stop called Lord Raven Shadow. How about we just keep it like that now? It's going to be called Copper Ore Load. Enable train limit. Then we're going to have to put a similar situation as we have in the iron. Oh, let's put the brick tab in. Ooh. That should do it. Question is, do I have this in my blueprints? I should. Meds array loader. I should update this to stack inserters. But essentially, we're going to do a copy just like so. Yep, just like that. Hang on. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I don't have any stack inserters or bulk inserters. And I didn't bring enough blue inserters either. Dang it. So we set this to copper ore greater than 8,000, and then signal L1. Then we will enable the setting of train limits. That should do it. Just also need you do need power. They're not getting power. Let's set up some miners while we're here. And unfortunately the track crosses the the ore patch, but we can probably work around that for now. We don't need all this copper. let's go get some supplies. Can't quite finish it yet. Oops, I missed one. We seem to be missing this one that feeds iron into that machine. Weird. Ooh, no green chips. That's weird. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to do something about these this build because it's in the way of expanding my green chip production line. And I can't have that. Yeah, I'll have to do something about that. That's fine. I'll design it later. I don't need it right now. Oh, you know, as long as I'm down here, let's grab a train and 4 wagons. Looks like I'm definitely out of iron ore, so let's turn that back on. Now we get to see how well this works. So it's got an interrupt that's going to ore unload. Let's go automatic and see what happens. Whoa, now it has a... Now the interrupt triggered to go to iron ore load. That's what we want to see. Well, I'm going to hijack the train just in a moment. Well, actually right now I'm going to turn it manual and then drive it over here to finish my copper build. This is going to create lots of pollution, and that means I'm going to have to protect... see, I hate these cliffs, but I'm going to have to protect this whole area from biters. Yeah, see what they're doing is they're all loading one and then they're stopping because it's not balanced. I love that system. It's just so cool. All the circuits are hooked up in just a way to make it make sure that these boxes get loaded evenly. So as soon as this copper ore gets down here, these will pick up on it, and then the whole system will just kick in and load the boxes fully. Just like that. Wonderful. And this is going as fast as it can. So it's not holding it up at all. It looks like it's pausing, but they're only pausing to make sure that they're all ready to go at the same time. Yeah, it's wonderful. So so that means these miners are going to start creating pollution, which is going to start showing up real quick. And there's the cloud starting already. So we need to get lasers and walls as much as we can. This is not ideal because, you know, the tracks and the cliffs and all of it, it's not ideal, but we'll do what we can. Oop. Well, that should help. So if I select this and then put it back to automatic, It should pick up the iron ore. Let me make sure I have some fuel. I don't have a lot, but I have enough coal, so I should be fine. All right, we'll put this back on automatic. So now as soon as it's full, it's going to go straight to unload. So it doesn't even go to the waiting yard. This is really cool. Now, as far as the other one is concerned, we'll put it on the track first. Let's get it set up here. And then we'll put 4 cars behind it. And then we'll put fuel in it. And then we'll set it up with the same interrupts. So we're going to give it the low fuel interrupt. That's so cool because it's already defined. And then we'll give it the no place to go interrupt. And then we'll just copy. We'll have to make two new interrupts for copper. Man, that was really easy to set up. That's very surprising. So I've got my empty one, which says is if empty cargo inventory, go to the copper ore load stop until full. And if full cargo inventory, go to copper ore unload stop until empty. That's really all there is to it. So let's try it out. Go automatic, and now it's going to the copper ore load all by itself. And here's the iron ore right behind it. That was waiting for it to get out of the way. So we got the 2 trains. This one's loading. Oh, that's nice. That was loading. So that one's done loading. And now it's going to the copper ore unload. And now that one's also going to the iron ore unload. And they're both just automatically going. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm quite happy about this. It really looks like it's working. Let's hop out and see where this copper goes, because I just want to make sure that's working. Well, these are going to have to be replaced with stack inserters. Wait, why are these hanging? Why are these not emptying? We got empty boxes. Oh wow, they never got put down. That's crazy. Alright, so copper ore is coming in, and we're taking it as a priority from the current. Oops, hang on. From that one as well. Yep, that's all good. I am going to have to bring a second line in, though, I think. Which is fine. That's totally expected. I was hoping to see that. As far as coal goes, I don't know if I'll have to bring in 2 coal lines, but I'm going to do it anyways because I want to make sure that I'm planning ahead. So what I'll do, oh, here's what we'll do. Just got to pick up some more belts. Ooh, that's bad. That's very bad. That's very, very bad. Get it out of there. Oh no. Stop, 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 stop. Got contamination on the line. All right. Well, that was interesting. And look, we have a train that's sitting in the waiting yard. Wonder which train it is. It's the iron train. So iron is taken care of. There's nothing to load. There's nothing to unload. And this one we're just going to put back to automatic. Yeah, man, that's neat. It's very different, this interrupt system. It's very, very different than the old way of doing things. I mean, you can still do it the old way, but it's this is better. This is much better. This allows many-to-many relationships, which is a concept that's a little hard to explain. But basically, if you have multiple copper mines and multiple places that need copper, you can have a single train that services all of them. I just have to make sure there's at least as many waiting yards as there are trains. In the event that all the trains go to the waiting yards at the same time, you don't want them clogging up the tracks. All right, this is the point where this is the point where we start teching up, I think. We start teching up. Maybe this would be a good place to end the episode, just that to separate that line. Because I want to get a bunch of things going that lead to, let's see, all the advanced stuff. Bots, rocket fuel, blue chips, electric furnaces, low density structures, concrete, rockets, all that. It's all coming. And it's going to be coming rather quickly because I've been taking my time building infrastructure properly, which kind of slows down the early game. Not been building spaghetti like I usually do, or like most people usually do in this start. But it pays dividends down the road. And I think that's coming. So I'll call it now. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.